Yo guys, what is up guys? I said that twice, but what is up guys? We're back with not a new what if, but part 2 of what if Naruto had Sakura's work. Now, without further ado, let's get straight into the what if. Now, we start this, not start, but like we resume this what if right after right after Naruto would head over to the academy after everyone would fawn over them, and Iruka would give them their team assembly, or not assembly, but their team assignments, like what team they're gonna be on. Naruto would be placed on Team 7, like in canon. When this would happen, they would probably wait for the next few hours after eating lunch, with Naruto eating the usual ramen, since that shit is bussing. Now, when Naruto would come back and wait like around 30 minutes, he would just be looking at the sky until Sasuke would come up to him. He says, "Hey, dope, who are you?" Naruto would kind of be polite and bow his head, saying, "Naruto Uzumaki. What's your name, young fellow?" Even though they're the same age. Sasuke would say, "Uchiha Sasuke." Naruto would say, from the famous Uchiha clan. I can see your dojutsu is quite the power to fawn over. But have you awakened your Sharingan recently? Sasuke would say that he actually did awaken his Sharingan, but it's only at the 2 Tomoe 1 Tomoe stage. Naruto would say, yeah, it's okay. You'll improve one day. After this, they would finish their conversation, and around 5 minutes later, Kakashi would knock on the door before opening it. And this time, there would be no pranks, so instead of Kakashi saying, "I hate you," he would say, "You guys are boring." After this, he'd say, "Meet me on the roof." They would then head over to the roof with Naruto not doing any special techniques. He would just simply, I think he knows body flicker, but he doesn't really want to show off. He would then quickly, use chakra on his feet to run up the stairs, or kind of like elegantly walk up the stairs. After this, Naruto would head up the stairs pretty quick that Sasuke and Sakura could barely see him. It's like he's going hypersonic speeds. Now Naruto would pretty much head over to the roof, and he'd be first, with Sasuke and Sakura coming around 30 seconds later. Now Kakashi would say, if you guys were here 5 seconds later, I would have expelled you. Now sit down before I change my mind. After this, they would then quickly sit down, and Kakashi would explain to them about how the teams are going to be, like the team formation, and what they'll be doing. After this, he would say names, likes, dislikes, and goals. Sakura would say, "Can you give us an example, Kakashi Sensei?" Kakashi would say, "Kakashi Hatsuke. My likes, none of your concern. My dislikes, none of your concern. My goals, I don't really have one. Okay, you guys, it's your turn." Sakura would say something about fangirling over Sasuke. Naruto would say something along the lines of rebuilding a certain clan, a certain one of his clans. Sasuke and Sakura would be confused what clan he meant, and they would ask, "What clan do you mean?" Naruto would say, yeah, guys weren't taught about the Uzumaki clan. Sasuke would say, "What's the Uzumaki clan? Or who are they?" Naruto would say they were so powerful in their sealing jutsus that they got defeated by 4 great ninja nations. Contradictory to your clan being massacred in one night by one person. Not that that's an insult or anything, because that one person was very strong, maybe as strong as the third Hokage. But that's just the history of our clan, or some part of it. So that's why you didn't learn about them, since they're almost extinct. Sasuke would kind of be a little mad about 4 great ninja nations basically destroying them, and only Itachi killed their entire clan. Maybe thinking that the Uchiha clan wasn't really strong as he thought when he was a kid, or like a toddler, or like 7 years old. Then Naruto would finish his goal saying that he also wants to be Hokage, but maybe that might change. Maybe there might be a better candidate. Now, after this, Naruto would basically finish his goals, his likes, his dislikes. His likes being something about liking ramen, and doing some magician tricks with him flexing, like getting a few cards from like blackjack, I guess. Why not? And he would show them a trick really quick. And Kakashi himself, having the Sharingan awaken, wouldn't even be able to see where the actual card was, and how he does a trick. So he's really impressed with Naruto, but he's not gonna say that out loud. Now, Naruto would pretty much hear Kakashi say something about meet them tomorrow 8 a.m. and don't eat, or they shouldn't eat or they'll throw up. Naruto would immediately call the cap, but he'll entertain Kakashi's request for now. Kakashi's clone would disperse since Kakashi was a clone all the time, and but Naruto thought he just disappeared into smoke. After this, Sasuke and Sakura would head home, and Naruto would go on his usual stroll through the forest. Since this is where he actually first awakened his power, the Compresses Quirk or Sako's Quirk. So Naruto would head through the forest, and he'd kind of be like a little deep, I kind of got a little lost, but he's not like lost. And Naruto would be walking until he hears like bushes shuffling, and he turns around to see this girl, like a girl with like long black hair, and kind of like black eyes or somewhere around black eyes, and basically in like kind of like looks like she's lost, like not around from here. Naruto would ask, hey, what's your name? The person, this is actually an OC, just decided to name this person. This person's name was Rina Uchiha. Now, Rina would say that she's actually from out of the village, and like she was actually out of the village, but still technically in the Leaf Village, and she was actually been on the run for the past few years. And I would say, run from who? Rina would say that a few years back, somebody massacred her family. And, like, this time, it wasn't Itachi's, and Itachi got the main family. So, with the help of Obito actually killed her parents in this timeline, and her little brother. I would say, you're an Uchiha? Rina would say, yeah, she actually is an Uchiha. Naruto would say, would you mind putting chakra into your eyes? Rina, being confused since she didn't really learn about the Sharingan yet, would put chakra in her eyes, and there it was, 3 Tomoe Sharingan. Naruto would be pretty shocked by this, and it's like, 3 Tomoe Sharingan, that's pretty impressive. Rina would kind of like catch a blush, and yeah, I'm not very good at doing this, but I'll try my best. It's pretty sappy. After this, they would pretty much just start talking, and Naruto would say, if you want, you can be a ninja, but the graduation exams just happened, but I know you're pretty strong, so I think you'll be fine. After this, Naruto would hold out his hand to her, so they can use the body flicker jutsu. No other reason. After this, she would grab his hand, and they'd actually body flicker to the clothing store, and they would have to buy new clothes since her clothes are pretty like her clothes are pretty like rag tagged. I think, yeah, just rags. That's pretty much all. You know how like rappers, they would say, I went from rags to riches or something like that. Basically like that. After this, Naruto would buy her some clothes since I think he's had enough money to buy some clothes and some more clothes just in case. Like, he's not simping, but he's just buying clothes, so calm down. After this, Rino would thank Naruto with a hug. Nothing too bad. Like not that type of hug, but like the hug. Kind of like any normal friend would do. After this, Naruto and Rina would head towards the Hokage Tower, and Naruto would explain to Rina that not to Rina, that he was in that Rina is actually a lost Uchiha from one of the clan houses far away from the village, when they were like exiled from the village pretty much. And he was asking if Rina can actually be a ninja. He was going to tell Naruto that, yeah, it would just take around 2 months for her to be a ninja, but she'll be able to join teams here and there for some missions, but other than that, he was going to hand her ninja hayate or her ninja headband, and yeah, and he was going to tell Naruto that, or let's say just coincidence, since Rina has no place to go, so Naruto would say, "Oh, you could just live in one of the side houses of the Namikaze compound." Since the Namikaze compound isn't just one house, it's like multiple houses. So like Naruto lives in the main house, and Rina can live in one of the side houses. I was just being nice, nothing really premeditated there. Naruto would pretty much head home with Rina, but he'd wave bye to her after showing her around, and he would head to bed. After this, Naruto would pretty much sleep, and the next day he would wake up around 7 a.m. Naruto and Rina would start the training regimen for the next 2 hours, and then they would take a shower, not together, calm down, but they would just take a shower and clean themselves before getting ready in their new clothes. Naruto would say that he actually has to go for a ninja meeting since he just became a ninja, and he gave her a map, of the whole village itself, and he told her, try not to get lost. I'll be back. He would then bow his hat down, and he would disappear via body flicker. Naruto would basically head over to Team 7's meeting before they would pretty much meet up in general. Naruto would he would explain to them that Kakashi was actually gonna be late like usual, because if you guys remember yesterday, Kakashi was a few hours late. So he would then throw them a few bentos, basically tell them that you should eat up because he's gonna be coming here soon, and you don't want to be on empty stomachs, do you? They would then they wouldn't say anything, but they would answer with their mouths, basically start gobbling, bro. They glizzy gobbling. Not just kidding, but they basically ate the food, and they'd be like, "Itadakimasu," before basically starting to eat. Now Naruto would pretty much watch them, and he'd be like, "Damn." He would sweat drop, saying, "Damn, they were pretty hungry." After this, Naruto would say, "Good thing for some reason Rina makes some busting food." I don't know where she learned this, but must be an Uchiha thing. Since he remembers from Mikoto's cooking, Sasuke's mom, that she had some bomb food as well, so it must be an Uchiha thing. After this, Kashi would then pull up to the training field, and he explained them to about the test and a bell test. I'm butchering the words. After this, Sasuke would say, "Hey, there were three people. Why is there only two bells? Was there a mistake or something?" Kakashi said, "No, there was no mistake, Sasuke. I did that on purpose. I actually wanted, to do this because give a little pressure because only two people are passing." After this, there would be a little tense moment before Naruto would say, "All right, it is what it is. Only one person's failing today." He's saying that with a little cap there because he knows the actual true goal of the Genin exams, but he's not really gonna say anything. After this, Kyohashi would say start, with everyone disappearing into bushes, while Naruto just disappeared into a pearl and kind of moved the pearl on the ground and went under Sasuke, underground. Naruto would pop out the ground and transform from a pearl into his human form before saying, "Yo, Sasuke." Sasuke would be jump back and pull out a kunai, but he would realize it's just Naruto. He's like, "What are you doing here, dope?" Naruto would say, Sasuke-san, we gotta work together. This is a teamwork test. Because, even with your brother or Shisui, have you ever heard of them being in a two-man squad? No, they're always in a three-man squad. 3 Genin and 1 Jonin. Now, 3 Genin could equal the power of 1 Chunin or 2 Chunin, while they would have 1 Jonin. This would be pretty good power. And Sasuke would start to think about this and realize the plan that Kakashi had, and realize the flaw in his ideals of trying to do everything by himself. This would actually start a path of Sasuke, slowly and slowly not going for revenge, but not he still would kill. He's still gonna kill Itachi. That just has to happen. He needs some way to get the Mangekyo, or he'll get it another way soon. After this, Naruto would tell Sasuke, reach out his hand, and Sasuke would grab it since he was basically on the floor from getting jump scared. Uh, Naruto would say, "Let's go find Sakura and let's go beat Kakashi Sensei." After this, they would basically teleport via body flicker behind Sakura right before she got put in a genjutsu. Naruto would say, "Watch out, Sakura," and he would actually release a bunch of chakra, basically making a kind of like a room of just chakra, so he can break Sakura out of the genjutsu. After this, Sakura would be broken out, and you see that Sasuke was just fine. After this, Kakashi would come out the bushes and say, "Ah, you figured out my plan. I guess it's time to go all out." After this, Kakashi would raise up his headband, and Naruto and Sasuke and Sakura would see that he has a Sharingan. Sasuke would clench his fist angrily and activate his own Sharingan. Not as powerful as Kakashi's, but it was definitely, why wouldn't you use the Sharingan if you have it? Naruto would say the formation that Sasuke recognizes from the Uchiha clan, the formation A. Now, Sasuke, studying with his brother, sometimes would recognize this, and Naruto knew that Sasuke would recognize this. Sakura would also recognize this since she was actually quite smart in the academy. Like, she was quite book smart, so she definitely read this formation somewhere. Sakura would immediately throw kunais towards him and use a kunai shadow clone jutsu, basically multiplying it, and also throwing some shuriken and doing the same jutsu. I say jutsu, God, jutsu, doing the shuriken shadow clone jutsu. Now after this, Sakura's kunais and shuriken would head towards Kakashi. Kakashi would be able to dodge, but something weird looked about the shuriken. One of the shurikens coming at him would turn into Naruto, and Naruto would go for an upper kick. Like, he would raise his leg very high up and try to go for like a down kick, pretty much. I don't actually know what it's called. He would try to upper kick or down kick. I don't actually know, but you guys know what I mean. After this, another kunai would turn into Sasuke, and he would do another kick, hitting Kakashi in the rib, sending him flying into the tree. Kakashi's head would bob up and down, and he would then turn into a log. After this, Kakashi would appear out of nowhere and says, "Next step, ninjutsu." Kakashi would run through a series of hand signs before doing the jutsu, fire style, fireball jutsu, or grand fireball jutsu. After this, a huge fireball, the size of a whole acre of land, would come out of Kakashi's mouth. Now I know that's a lot of fire, but it's Kakashi, the Jonin of the Hidden Leaf Village. Of course, he's gonna be able to do that. After this, Naruto would run through some hand signs before doing water style, water dragon jutsu. After this, Naruto would use a wind style great breakthrough to basically strengthen the water, making a huge dragon, being able to counteract the fireball jutsu, making steam. Now after this, Naruto would run through hand signs before doing hidden mist style, basically doing ninja or hidden mist jutsu. After this, Naruto would pretty much activate the hidden mist jutsu, basically, Kakashi can't see him with the Sharingan. Sasuke would say, "Go, Sasuke." After this, Sasuke would pretty much go behind Kakashi, using the body flicker or like a small version of it before kicking Kakashi in the back. Naruto would pretty much grab Kakashi by the neck when he was sent towards, when Sasuke kicked him, and he would slam Kakashi on the ground, knocking him out for the count. Naruto would pretty much pick up the bell and throw them towards Sasuke and Sakura after taking down the hidden mist jutsu. Now, when this would happen, they would actually win, and they would tie Kakashi to the log, and Naruto would flex his Joker cards, like those blackjack cards or poker cards, and start doing magic tricks in front of Kakashi's face, while Sasuke and Sakura just basically ate in his face, kind of taunting Kakashi. They just beat a Jonin, the second best Jonin in the village. Of course they're gonna flex. Other than that, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura would pass as Genin, and this would pretty much end the bell test. Naruto would head home, and he'd see Rina, who would pretty much be kind of bored. Naruto would say, "Yo, you trying to play some chess, or whatever their version of it is?" Her being kind of bored, she would be like, "Yo, I'm down." and they'd spend the whole night pretty much playing chess. I know. You horny bastards were probably thinking of something else. But no, this is only chess. I like chess, so if you guys want to play me in chess, hit me up in the comments or hit me up in Discord. I will gladly play you. And if you actually went against me in chess, I'll do a what if of your choice. Just nothing weird. But this would pretty much end the what if. Naruto would be a Genin, and this would start his ninja life and his more developed friendship with Sasuke, Sakura, and Rina, and his new sensei, Kakashi Sensei. But without further ado, this is gonna be the end of part 2 of What If Naruto Had Sakura's Quirk. Now, peace out, guys.